Welcome everyone to our new video series on custom metadata types. My name is Liam. I'll be your guide through this investigation, and you're either here because you have RollCall and want to learn more about how to make it work for you, you finished our basics series and were intrigued by custom metadata types in Basics 5 and wanted something more in depth, or you're just interested in RollCall and want to see what it can do. Regardless, welcome again, and let's get started. This series is going to dive deeper into the topics of the Basics 5 video on custom metadata types, which are settings in RollCall that can be edited or manipulated to make RollCall work better for your organization. In this series, we're going to cover the 3 types of custom metadata types I outlined in Basics 5, visual changes, terminology changes, and additional features, as well as how these settings can work together and in Salesforce to make more specific changes. We will have a video per topic. The premise of this series is that we're working for a nonprofit called Bay Community Organization. And Bay Community Organization, among other things, offers a variety of classes to the community on topics like college preparedness, English as a second language, and, the home buying process. The class of our focus will be a rigorous SAT prep class for high school juniors and seniors. There will be English-specific sessions on Tuesdays, math-specific sessions on Thursdays, and practice test days on Saturdays to mimic the real test starting right at 8 a.m. Bay Community Organization has a style guide and certain methods they use in their programming that we're going to build out in RollCall. The goal of this series is to optimize RollCall to meet the needs of a Bay Community Organization employee who is running this SAT prep class, and possibly more programs. We're going to start this series by using all the view change custom metadata types that I outlined in the 5th Basics video to customize RollCall for Bay Community Organization's use. Our first order of business is to change the take attendance list order. The default order of students in the take attendance page of a session is alphabetically by first name. But here at Bay Community Organization, we prefer the students to be listed by their attendance status. To make this happen, we'll go from the RC config section of the custom metadata types to attend query order by field. We'll then go to the object manager, find the attendance object, click into fields and relationships, locate the status field, and copy the field name. Now, if we put that field name in the metadata type and refresh the page, our attendance field will be sorted by status. And to prove it to you, I'm going to change the attendance status of a couple of these students and refresh the page again. Now, if we scroll down, you can see that change. Our next metadata type is calendar background style, which changes the look of the course in the RollCall calendar. If we click into the calendar tab, by default, what we get is a little line of color corresponding to the course and each session entry. If we want the course name/session name ribbon to be more visible, say there were a lot more courses on your calendar and you use the course colors to identify them, this is how you would make that happen. By going to the calendar background style metadata type and changing the value from bar to full, saving, going back to the calendar, and refreshing the page, we get the course background color covering the entire calendar entry. Because Bay Community Organization is likely to have several courses happening at once, we're going to use the full background style for their RollCall. The next 3 metadata types, calendar view course, and calendar view home, are all very similar, as you may have guessed. They change the way the RollCall calendar looks in 3 different locations: the RollCall calendar tab, the calendar in the course object, and the calendar in the RollCall homepage, respectively. The options for each of the calendar views is day, week, and month. They also each have their own defaults. For Bay Community Organization, we want the home calendar view to just be of the day, so they can focus on what's immediately ahead when they log in. For RollCall calendar view, we want the month, so administrators can view the month's work and understand courses in relation to one another. Finally, for the course calendar view, we want them to see a week at a time, so they can focus on sessions of that course for that week. Now, we're going to take a look at each of these settings, but not change anything because the defaults are the options we are looking for. That said, it would be very easy to change those defaults by swapping in day, week, or month. Additionally, these set what time frame each calendar first appears at, but one can easily switch that view in RollCall anytime by hitting month, week, or day in the buttons at the top of the calendar. The last custom metadata type we'll be looking at for this video is date locale, which alters the default display of the date in RollCall. There are 3 options so far: US by default, UK, and UK2. This list is set to expand, but since Bay Community Organization is in the United States, we're going to use the default US date view. But you could see the change in places like here and here if we had selected UK or UK2. The next video in this series will cover the terminology changes custom metadata types, mostly the difference between attendance and enrollment designations, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you for watching, and feel free to reach out to us at the contact information in the description with questions or for a demo. Consider subscribing so you don't miss the next video in our series, and feel free to check out all the other RollCall videos on our channel.